Hi, and welcome back to Q&A with Spirit. I'm Shelley. This video is going to be part 3 in my 3-part series on pendulums. In part 1, we went over the basics of what a pendulum is used for, how to use it properly to receive accurate answers, how to pick one and calibrate it, and what kind of questions are best to ask. I highly recommend you watch that video first. In part 2, I explained how to use my one-of-a-kind pendulum boards to receive very clear and in-depth guidance from your higher self. In this video, I'm going to be discussing how you can use the pendulum for energy healing, to connect to your subconscious mind, and to locate lost items. This is just going to be an intro to energy work. I'm going to show you how you can check to see if your chakras are activated and balanced, and if not, how you can activate them with the pendulum. To begin, you're going to do all of the steps I mentioned in part 1 of this video series before you begin working with your pendulum. Once you've done that, then here is how you can check to see the status of your chakras. So starting at the crown, we're going to basically touch your pendulum to your crown chakra area. And then you're simply, this is, you've called in your higher self already, so you're just going to ask, higher self, is my crown chakra currently activated? And my pendulum is saying yes. If she had said no, then I could say, can you please activate my crown chakra? And what would happen is she would just start spinning like this until it was fully activated. It's that simple. It's actually really important to keep your chakras balanced, activated. So I highly recommend you do this pretty regularly, every day if possible. Okay, so connecting to your subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind is a part of your mind that operates below your conscious awareness. It stores your beliefs, habits, emotional patterns, and learned behaviors, many of which were formed in childhood or through repeated experiences. Even though you're not always aware of it, your subconscious plays a huge role in how you think, feel, and respond to life. It's essentially running in the background, influencing your decisions, reactions, and perceptions automatically. A pendulum can be used as a tool to tap into subtle physical responses in the body. When you ask a yes or no question, tiny unconscious muscle movements can influence the direction the pendulum swings. In the case of when you're speaking to your higher self, it's actually your higher self that is controlling those subtle muscle movements. Because of this, pendulums can be used as a way to bring subconscious patterns into conscious awareness, especially when exploring things like limiting beliefs, emotional blocks, and inner conflicts. Examples of questions about subconscious beliefs would be, do I currently have any subconscious beliefs that I'm unaware of that are blocking me from achieving the success I desire in my business? Once you know what the limiting beliefs are, then there are various methods that you can use to help clear those subconscious beliefs. I do plan to make a video about this in the future, so stay tuned. So what's good for your body? The body and the subconscious mind are actually one and the same. By asking your subconscious mind questions, you're essentially tuning into the intelligence of your body. Just as a disclaimer, I'm not going to suggest that a pendulum can replace a medical professional. I'm just going to say that your body is divinely intelligent. If you'd like to discover if you are deficient in any vitamins or minerals, you can begin by asking yes or no questions, such as, am I deficient in any vitamins? Am I deficient in any minerals? And then you can go through a list of the different vitamins and minerals. To discover if a supplement or a food is good for your body at this time, you can hold the pendulum over that supplement or that food and ask, is this currently good for my body? You can also get more information about dosages and how often to eat things or take your supplements. Okay, next we're going to talk about finding lost items, pets, or people. Generally speaking, these are more advanced techniques that require a lot more practice. I have tried to find a few missing items in my home by connecting to my higher self for help. And so far, I'm 1 for 3 or 4, I can't remember. If you've lost something in your home, you can use my pendulum board. That looks like this. It just has names of most of the rooms in a home, and it has space for you to add extra stuff. So if you have different rooms that are not included, or if you want to add things like a wardrobe, drawers, cabinets, you can add whatever you'd like. So you start by asking your higher self, what room is the lost item located in? And once you get the room, then you go to that room, and then you sort of play hot and cold. I don't know, do you remember playing that as a kid? So you can start by saying, is it on the left half of the room? Is it on the right half of the room? Then you can narrow it down by facing a piece of furniture, and you can say, is the item in, on, or around the nightstand in front of me, for example. If you're looking for a missing pet or person that is outside of your home, you can start by asking questions to find out if they are moving or stationary. Then you can try to narrow down the area that they are in. And once you have a general location, an area, let's say a town, what you can do is you can print out a map of that town. And then let's say this is the map, I'm going to place it face down. And in my left hand, I'm going to take a ruler. This will be flat on a table. It's best to like tape the map down so it doesn't move. With the ruler in my left hand and my pendulum in my right hand, I'm going to slowly slide the ruler across the back side of the map. I'm sorry, before I do that, I'm going to instruct my higher self to let me know when to stop the ruler to locate the location that the missing person or pet is in. So I start slowly sliding this across the edge. I use the edge to slowly slide it across. Once I get the yes from my pendulum, I stop and I take a pencil and I make a line. And then I go perpendicular and I do the exact same thing going this way. And once I get the yes, I make a line going this way. And now I will have a cross section, and I'm going to make a dot there. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing with the map side up. And I'm going to compare if the cross sections align. If they're close, then that's a good thing, and you know the general area on the map. If they're really far apart, you might want to try again. So this is the end of my pendulum video series. I really hope you found this helpful and enjoyable to watch. I would love to hear about your experiences working with your pendulum if you decide to try it out. And please let me know if you end up working with my pendulum boards. The link to purchase them will be in the description below. I hope you receive all the answers you're looking for. All the best in your dowsing experience. Please don't forget to subscribe to my video if you find this type of content valuable. Give it a like and share with your friends. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.